Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to episode 3 in my second Let's Play series for Anno 1800. Now in the last episode we cleared the passage to Sir John's last known whereabouts, but to proceed further, we must now welcome technicians to the Arctic and build our first airship. Now normally when I'm starting episodes like this I like to have some of that YouTube energy, some vim and verve. But my god, is the Arctic just so damn somber. It makes me want to cry. But I am excited to start nonetheless. So essentially at the end of the last episode, you may remember we put down 4 technician households, and in between episodes I'll be doing a little bit of research about what we're going to need for the upcoming hangar monument before we can build the airships, just so I'm not lost like I was for a little while in the last episode moving things around. So I've got ships on the way here, full to the brim with construction material and things like that, so we can really sink our teeth into the Arctic and get started and kind of speed up a little bit. So, for the technicians here, I was having a look. We need a post office, or we'll get the ability to build one when we get 100 technicians, and then they're going to be consuming canned food and husky sleds. For heat, they're going to need parkas and coffee. Now, 2 of those things, which I've just called out, are totally doable right now. So let's add them to the route that we already have here, the supply route that's coming in for the Arctic. So, Old World to Arctic Schnapps is what we called it. I'm going to change it to supply. And we're going to add on canned goods, like we saw. Canned food. And then also coffee. And I think, And I think we have enough of it. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure I had a look, on the statistics screen. We should be fine. So we'll just unload that there. We'll see how it goes. There are minimum thresholds, so we're not going to be taking them away from swords completely. And actually, speaking of, our ship is here right now. It's just unloaded everything. So let's check. Oh, nice. That actually worked out really well because we've got 150 schnapps. It actually unloaded. It was full up. So that actually worked out eerily well. What about the brass? Yeah, same. Okay, cool. I guess they're being consumed at the same rate. So, with that sorted, now we can have a look over at our flagship. We should be just about to turn the corner on Fort Worry, pick up the steel that I've left here. Don't worry, I have a ship full of steel on its way, but for now we can just pick this steel up and use it to actually lay the foundations for the airship hangar and certain things like the post office. Speaking of just ships, I guess, we have our diving bell out here. Let's go pick up a signal somewhere out this way. Let's have a look. Alright, here we are. Let's just grab all of that steel. And we'll head back. Alright, cool. So, to get a post office, we're going to need 100 technicians, right? Which means we basically just have to start upgrading right now. So we'll go with that. So that's going to be 60. There we go. That'll be 100. And I think a post office can fit somewhere in here. I think it's slightly longer than it is wide. I'll have to see. I'm actually not 100% sure. I know that's slightly big. So post office provides a public service for your residents. So yeah, that fits there, or we could fit it. Oh, all right. Actually, it fits really nicely there. That's better. I was going to put it lengthways and cut the road or something, but I don't have to do that. And we want that. That's going to have a kind of a shorter proximity. It actually looks better than it is, but it falls off dramatically here. It wouldn't be full demand, so we might have to build a second one down near the coast, which would look kind of nice. Post office on the way in. But we need steel to actually build this. So I'm just waiting on that flagship to come around. Now, while we're waiting, actually, it's just about there. But while we're waiting, there's another thing I want to do with the supply route that we have in the Arctic, which is the very top one, the seal stuff. Here, what we want to do is load up on pemmican.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Let's just toggle it this way. We're getting ridiculous with the amount of things we have. So we've got the pemmican, and we're going to unload it at Fort Worry. And we'll just have to set a minimum threshold. We don't want to take too much. So we'll set a minimum of 25, right? Now the reason I want to do that is because over on this island here, it would obviously be nice to get even more sealskin eventually in future, or maybe more goose feathers or whatever. Don't really think there's anything else I'd really want to grab from here, but it would just be nice to sort us out for the future, and that'll just give us the amount that we need to get 3 extra explorers per household, which should be good enough for quite a long time. A lot of people were saying in the comments and stuff that, you should get an Arctic lodge and just set up a couple, people were basically giving me advice on what to do with coal and things like that, which is super helpful. A majority of people are really saying you should get coal from the old world and bring it here, which I guess I'll probably do. I'll look into doing that. It does make sense. Space is clearly very tight in the Arctic, so it does make sense to use some of these massive islands that we have that aren't really doing anything, especially set up charcoal kilns if we don't already have just mines. But anyway, back to my original point, which is why don't you just have, you know, more trade unions and things to really maximize what you're getting out of places. I'm short on influence is the basic answer, and we don't even get any more influence for another 3,000 population. Hell, nearly 4,000. And that we'd only get 15 influence, which isn't even enough for one trade union. So I'm kind of, it's getting a bit tricky. We're going to really have to start raising our population. Something I was thinking of doing, excuse me, is dedicating entire episodes to going onto an island like this, for instance, and being like, okay, we're going to build a city here. And it'll probably never go above, like, worker tier, at the beginning anyway, and just really try to cram in as much as we can and keep them as self-sufficient as they can before I can, you know, reliably decide on what they can take in and not. And then of course we have Crown Falls, which just has loads of space on it, and we're definitely going to fill this up more. So population will be coming, but I think I'll do entire dedicated episodes just to building things like that in future, and then we can start to slam down Arctic lodges, which are basically trade unions in the Arctic. Anyways, we're here now. Let's drop that off. Boom. So that's our post office. That's going to keep these guys really happy. Give 3 extra technicians and a little bit of extra money out of here as well. Pretty instantaneously also. So for parkas, we need 300 technicians. Just going to send this guy up to the Inuit, and let's just go back to our diving bell real quick. Where's the signal? Looks like we've lost it. Signals do go away, actually, sometimes if you leave them too long. Oh well. Okay, so. Okay, anyways, so, the airship. Let's see what we need. Technicians, airship hangar foundations. Now, I said I was going to build it up here. Some people are a bit iffy about that, but I'm putting my foot down. I think it'll be a great location for it. The thing is, the airship hangar is just a building that makes airships. Airships don't actually trade to the hangar or anything like that. They'll still trade at the actual warehouse on the docks. So you'll still see them fly in and be right over the town and everything. It'll look cool. And you don't actually see them depart from the warehouse. One of the few drawbacks that the game has, in my opinion. It's kind of like how the whales get brought up to the edge of the building. It's not like there's the animation for hooking them up in here, you know? It kind of just... the building is sort of set and then things come out of it in a way. Which I'm totally fine with. I think the game has incredible detail in many other ways. Anyways, so let's just go... well, we can plant it down right now anyway. Let's try to really cram it up there if we can. We'll leave a gap on every side just in case we did want to have a road go around it.
Build a hangar first. Good thought. Better up the ice don't melt, or that'll be the first thing to go.
Alright, we'll just hook up a road. Maybe not the prettiest road. Although it's not so bad. Yeah, something like that. Alright. Now, this is going to need its own heat. So let's get set up with a heater right here, just for now. And then we'll also get a charcoal kiln, has 100% there. And then we need a warehouse. Okay, so that's the basic site for the foundations for the airship hangar. So this is going to need cement and timber. Now, we've already got some timber here, but I'm bringing cement and timber. It's on the way. That ship that we had in Cape Trelawney is, like, loaded up with stuff. Because in between episodes, I had a look at what we're going to need for the entire airship hangar, just so as not to delay, like I said. So, unlike the last episode where I was stuck doing things for ages, which I largely cut out, in fairness, but I don't want to be delayed like that again. So yeah, so I basically got a little piece of paper with a list of all the goods that we're going to need for that airship from start to finish. So hopefully a ship can kind of take everything we need to here. I think as well the HMS Terror is back. Yeah, so there's a few things that I haven't loaded up yet. So what we're going to need is steel beams, and lots of them. My game is totally frozen. I guess that's just because they're conquering islands constantly. So we'll take 100 steel beams, and then we need 100 sails, at least. And then we'll just bring a lot more wood as well. And we could probably get more steel, so I'm going to head down to Lusk, where there's plenty of it. Load that up, and then we'll come back north. While we're here, I've been looking to buy things from Archibald. What I'm particularly looking for is to raise our population like I just talked about. I don't really feel like I need that, although it's kind of tempting just to have it because it's like legendary or whatever. What about this? Hit points and damage slowdown. No. So I'm basically looking for something, one of these. There's an epic item that gives you 30%, I think, extra residents. And I want to stack that on top of our investors. Obviously, it's good to get more investors anyway, but it's also, it would be the best way to raise our population with an item.
Goose, honking and hissing. I had its egg, you see.
The range of
Once
all
I gave
public
it back,
services.
The goose and I became firm friends.
Okay. So this is going to be affects public services. The range is worsened, but the maintenance is reduced. No, that's okay. Let's just roll again. Max residence 20%. That's pretty close to what I want. That's the one before it. Contraception regulation. It's pretty close. Well, let's just get that and we'll bring it on round. Oh, we can get one of these. Movement speed increase 10%. There we go. We're moving a little bit faster now. So yeah, let's just have a look at what would happen if we put it into this place, for instance. Like, I'll forego the income and instead go with the extra residence and see what we get out of it. We could also do the same here. We've got Mr. Garrick, which gives us really good bonus income, and he also provides bonus supply for pocket watches and jewelry, which is why our consumption rates of those are so low. Anyways, back to the Arctic. So what we'll need to do now is rapidly increase the amount of people we have. So they're not in range of this, interestingly. So yeah, I thought that might happen as well. We'll need another one down here somewhere. Just trying to think of where the best place for it would be. Another post office. It's kind of nice, you know, next to the warehouse coming in, you hit the post office first. I could pop it right there. If I just move that house, it would fit there pretty nicely, actually. Or we could go right there on the opposite side. Yeah, let's do that, seeing as there is a gap already. There we go. Alright, so now let's increase these guys. So they're all technicians now, 220. Now while we're working on that, I'm going to follow chat's advice, or the comments advice, sorry. I know you're not a live stream chat. You are, kind of, in my view. We're going to follow that advice and basically queue up a coal ship. So what I was thinking of doing is, this island produces a lot of coal already. There's 50 extra workers. So what I'm going to do is just really quickly go to workers. Here, grab charcoal kiln. I'm just going to put charcoal kilns like everywhere here. Wow, they can really get on top of each other.
Beautiful friendship cake.
Sorry, Benty. Alright, there we go. So, now we'll have a look at something like that. 99%. Can we make that any better? There you go. It's on 100 again. Alright, so that's 5 extra charcoal kilns. They have warehouses nearby. They should be fine. And we have a trade route already that comes by here to pick up coal. But there's only one ship on it. I'm thinking of adding another ship to this particular route, which we could do with... We've only got, like... Oh, we're really running low on... Oh, yeah, there's actually a ship in the New World that we're not using. So I'm going to add the Little Chili, which is in the New World, to this route. And just say, okay. And then, what I'm going to do is pick up some coal, set up a new route that's going to come from Lusk. So Lusk is our big production island. All the coal is really coming to Lusk. That's where all our furnaces are and things like that. So I'm going to create a new route that's going to go from here to the Arctic. And we're going to pick up as much coal as possible, really, and drop it here. And then we're going to try and also bring back gold. Let's see how that goes. Now, obviously, we don't have any gold yet, but with technicians, you can get gold, so I don't know how many you need. But there is 2 gold deposits. I'll do that. So what we'll have to do also is say discard cargo, right? So if you're full up and you can't deposit the coal anymore, you're going to have to throw it overboard. Now, that's 300. So we're going to have to at least make sure we have storage room of 300 in the place. Throwing it overboard is a hell of a waste, but I don't really know a better way to do it other than just delivering like 150 and having the other slots free for just gold. So I'll have to see. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just see how this goes. I'm not a fan of throwing anything overboard. I've never done it before. Typically, I'll stay away from that as best as I can. I'm just going to add that ship that had the items on it, this one. But before we let the ship do its thing, we just need to drop off those things. Okay, and now you can go back on your route. This is going to be the the Polar Express. All right, let's have a go at this thing. So we've got 5,460 investors. I'm going to turn that guy off. Actually, just out of curiosity, did our money even change with him? Changed by about 200, so he's really not that valuable for us. So what I'm looking for is the... Yeah, I was just making sure I didn't have the other one. So maintenance, happiness, income per house is reduced. There we go. Max residence 20%, affects old world and new world residents excluding scholars. Residents gain bonus residents from fish, bread, canned food, university coffee, light bulbs, champagne, steam carriages, chocolate, and fried plantains. All should be free to have as many bouncing babies as they wish, or indeed, as they don't wish. Alright. So that population... So we're at 5512.
Old as brass.
The households are going from 50 to 60. Is that correct? Seems to be. Yes. So 10 extra per household, basically, is what we're getting there. I suppose I could have just done that math pretty easily. And they should still be happy. Bonus residence, then it says also +2. That's the kind of thing I don't understand. So the max residence is 20%, but then it says bonus. So is it going to go up to 62? Doesn't look like it. Maybe you just get 2 for free automatically or something. Either way, it's building up. So our population is going to be raising now a little bit. And we'll check it in the population screen afterwards. All right, King William Island. So because we're getting all this coal now delivered, hopefully. Wow, that was loud.
Cargo stations.
Ah, nice. Our steamer is here. Boom, 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 boom. That's as much as we can drop off. So now we can actually begin the phase. So, oh, are you flipping kidding me? Did I not drop off cement?
Reporting in.
Oh no, I haven't picked up the cement yet. Unfortunately, that had to be picked up here. With the HMS Terror. That was one thing I was waiting on. So we just need 30 of that. And we have the sails already. I'm just going to take extra steel. I don't believe we're ever going to need any more cement, so hopefully we're okay. Alright, so off to the Arctic. So that should be everything we need to actually go through every stage of the monument. Not just the first one, but every stage. So we should be good for quite a while to have a bit of fun with some quests or time lapses, maybe, if we want to build some things. Actually, I just saw that we've got ruins somewhere. Oh no, on Crown Falls we have ruins. Huh, and this is going to need reinforced concrete. Reinforced concrete. Well, I'm going to break away one ship. And go to the old world. Actually, I'll just target it directly to Lusk, and that's where we can get our concrete. Anyway, it's a bit of a distraction. Let's go back to daytime. The ship doesn't have anything to do. Alright, so now we just kind of build up a bit further, I think, and just try to raise our population, because we're going to need it anyway. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. I did write down, so we've added canned food and coffee. I've brought up the wood and steel. We've added the caribou, or the pemmican. Yep, I think we're good then. So I'll just blueprint it. Exactly where we're going to try and fit these guys in. Something like that. So that one doesn't go all the way around, so I might have to leave that house not built. Uh-oh, sounds like there's sickness. And I was thinking of putting another one of these here because I thought it would look cool. So these are the ranger stations. So there's 2 ranger, and we should go for a walk around this town as well. We've got our horse-drawn sleighs that we can watch. Sleds, I guess. But yeah, we can actually largely remove these things now as well, because we're going to be bringing in so much coal. So just get rid of those 2. Leave that thing there for now. And maybe some of the wood could go away. People were saying you should bring in wood as well, because I guess it does take up a lot of space. So maybe that's something we'll do in future. Okay, so let's continue seeing where these houses are going to go. good. And maybe this could have a post office in future as well here. Would that fit? Not quite. So we got one there, one here. Yeah, one up here would be good. We'll just have to maybe change this road a bit. And then we need a heater as well. Probably a bit further up. So let's just blueprint it out for now. So I think that's kind of decent. And then we have the little roads that lead up to the actual ledge. I suppose if we're being relatively space efficient, maybe we should do that. That might make a bit more sense. That would fit in there, but it's a bit overkill. It's a bit too close. We could only fit one house in there, or we could fit one of these. It's kind of actually warming up to the idea of having two of these now next to each other. Yeah, let's try that. Sorry that I'm being indecisive. Yeah, I like the idea of doing it this way. Now, the route to the canteen is fine. Good. Good. Alright, nice. Sorry, I'm taking a while there, but I think it actually works just fine like this. Now, this heater is traveling along that way, and it has to curve around to get to this house, but that's not working, so maybe I could build a route out from here, and it'll... it's still not good enough, unfortunately. I think I'm okay with it. I just think we'll just leave it. I don't know if people care about it or not. It's just one little house in the corner. I'm not going to build it. I'll just leave it off. Keeping it in blueprint actually kind of makes it look like it's there. The only other thing you could do is, you know, maybe shift around houses or something, but this is all intricately linked, I would say. If I was to move that, that cuts away this. Is everyone still heated? This house isn't. Yeah, that's your problem right there. This one would be though now. That's as close as you need to get to actually heat it. So it's kind of right, just not quite. Almost. I can't tuck it in any further though then. I feel like this place is a disaster. Disaster. Alright, I'll leave it like that. It doesn't make any sense. I just removed a house so I can put another one down anyway. So, although I guess this is a smaller space than that would have been, so technically it's kind of better. Alright, and I'll be checking then all the consumption rates in just a moment to see how we're doing. Yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. Alright, it's taking shape again. So what are we up to now? We're up to 590 explorers currently, 247 technicians. And where are our ships?
Hold the crane.
Let's just drop off that wood. So, let's see on Fort Worry. We should be delivering now caribou. Yep, so now there's 92 here. There was -4 last time we looked, so definitely room for another sealskin thing, or goose farm, or both, if we want, so that's good. We can also come up here and see if we can get any items from the Inuit.
Let us free.
So, what do you got? Things for Arctic lodges, goose farms, workforce needed reduced for goose farm and husky farms. Productivity, lumberjack hut, sled frame factory. See, I don't know if I'll ever have the Arctic lodges to make use of any of this stuff, but I'll just buy some of these things, buy some of the rarer items. And then we'll just keep making trips back and forth here. I mean, we've pretty much got unlimited money, or at least it feels that way. Yeah, we could do a rotation here and just send this one up. Alright, let's have a little zoom out, see where our ships currently are at. So the HMS Terror is almost there, and then it'll be a 10-minute build. And then the Polar Express with its coal is on its way up as well. So we could, I guess, get started with our first batch of gold. Oh no, we can't. We have to get to 750 technicians. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. Alright, let me try and speed up here a bit then. Can we fit anything there? No. I feel like it's smartest to build out from the cliffs, you know? I feel like that makes the most sense. Now, there's no way to get to that house, so we'll just have to leave a gap or something. Damn, you know, I'm just so not happy with any of this. Alright, I'm going into time-lapse mode. I'll figure it out in time-lapse. So I thought during the time-lapse I'd actually just begin the airship hangar, so hardly more than a dream traced in snow for now, but the foundations of the hangar are ready to be plowed and consolidated in reality, taking you one step closer to the clouds. Alright, so just begin that. It's only going to take 30 cement, 50 timber, and it's going to take 10 minutes, and a workforce of 150 explorers. So we'll just do the assignment there, and we've got plenty, so 10 minutes, and that'll be done, basically. Alright, so this is a bit of a weird time lapse. I actually cut a large portion at the beginning out, a lot of trial and error again, trying to make things look kind of pretty, seeing if we can be a bit more efficient with where I place my heaters and stuff like that. It's a bit strange just doing this time lapse because normally I'm kind of, you know, showing people here's how you make something look nice, or here's a more creative solution to having a production line, you know, like having the village amongst the farms or whatever the case might be. In this situation, I'm just kind of winging it and figuring things out as best as I can. I'm kind of now starting to think of like a pretty interesting way to build, but it would require me to start everything again. So I might do that, but in the future. Or maybe when we're like building on one of the glaciers, we'll try to make it look really interesting if I can. Now, there's no ornaments, it's never going to get crazy, but I got some kind of interesting ideas about how you can kind of build circular around a heater, for instance. So that might be kind of cool to do in future. Basically, all I've done there is just deploy like, I don't know, 20 or so new houses, and then some extra storage warehouses, because of course our coal is just being discarded. We want to discard as little amounts of coal as we can possibly, but that's really down to how much you're consuming. And when we do move eventually to glaciers, that coal that we're kind of depositing is probably going to end up there anyway. Alright, so again, I find it very, very challenging to build in the Arctic. I don't know what it is. I'm just constantly like moving things around, trying to decide where the best place to put the heaters are, where the best place to put the ranger stations, post offices now, and things like that, and the canteens, of course, as well. But that is right on time. Our airship hangar's foundations have been completed, so let's check it out. Phase 2 completed, finished the phase. Boom.
Expensive, yes. But with airships, you'll be the one to find my John and his boys. I'm certain of it.
So now we're going to need 40 out of 40 reinforced concrete steel beams. As you can see, we've got it already, but we need 300 technicians here just to even be able to do it. And we can have a look at it as well real quickly. So currently this is what we've got going. Just the foundations, just the basics, the frame. We're just barely about to get the frame up and running, and then the roof is coming next. So we just need a few extra technician households. Just gotta make sure I upgrade them where they're near post offices and things like that. So that should be it. Alright, let's continue. Okay, so the ice-cold steel structure of the hangar juts above the ground like the stranded carcass of a colossal whale. Yet one mustn't be fooled by the striking morbidness of the image. This whale will give birth to airships. Alright, toggle on that workforce. These prime hunting cabins gather fur 4 times faster than the ones in the old world. Right, as we've leveled up now, we have the canned food. So that should have already had its delivery. It has. Nice. So we have canned food here now, so they're already eating it all up. giving us 2 to 3 extra, well, 3 in total technicians per household, which is nice. Heating wise, we have to start work on the parkas, and coffee will be at what, 700, is it? 750. Okay, well, we're already delivering coffee, so they should be good for a while. So prime hunting cabin. Now, fur is totally fine and abundant in the old world. I don't really think I need to worry about getting it here, but it is 4 times, it's every 15 seconds you get 1 fur as opposed to every minute. But I don't think I'm going to use that. But we will make a go of the gold, seeing as we don't actually get gold from the old world, the new world. So we'll see how that's doing. So for parkas, we're going to need bear hunting cabin, which we actually have on this island, and then we need the seal hunting, which we're importing in, and then a parka factory. So we could get started on this right now. I mean, it doesn't seem like it'd be any problem. We have the fertility. Bear hunting. So it looks like it can actually overlap these 2 things and they'll be just fine, which is crazy. And it requires heat, does it? It does require heat, so if I was to extend this out here, the heat doesn't go all the way out like that, though. Let's see. We could just put it right here. It says it has 100%. It doesn't seem to really care, in a way. Let's just slam it down there. Oh, my audio just cut out. That's happening again. Very destable playthrough lately. Okay, so anyway, I didn't actually check the rate. So that's 1 minute 30 every 30 seconds, and then 1 minute 30. So it's 1-to-1 with the parka factory. Let's just put it down here for now and just get it up and running. So that's parkas. I'll probably move all of these when we get a bit more built out this way and maybe have another heater down or something. The other one is sleighs, so we might as well work towards getting 750 technicians right now, because that's ultimately what we're going to need, right? So let's get to it. So let's just see, how many exactly do we have? We have 374, so we're going to upgrade pretty much as many as we can households. Hey, we've got something here. What's this?
I want my picture taken, so that I receive due credit for this earth-shattering discovery.
We are now a step closer to understanding how the world came into being, so naturally I deserve to be the center of attention. Take a picture of it.
Up
Okay.
and away.
Frozen fish as runners.
Human origins in the Arctic. Zeppelin technician in the Arctic claims the human race began, quote, "If I told you the many rock and ice formations we found look eerily human, you'd probably laugh," he tells us. But we know the human body is 80% water, so you do the math. Okay, good luck with that theory.
Returned from its voyage.
Ready for orders.
Let's get moving up to the Inuits. Let's see if they've anything for us.
Waste nothing.
People are also saying you could just buy stuff from them. I mean, they don't have that much of a supply, but it's true. You could start off that way if you wanted to. What do we have here? Effects lumberjack huts and things like that. Yeah, let's grab it. Why not? Anything legendary like that's pretty cool to get. Do I need anything? Polar Circle, Arctic Tundra, Polar Circle, Polar Circle. This one doesn't have anything. Alright, let's just do a rotation. Now, speaking of the Arctic Tundra and the Polar Circle and all of that, boom. In Cape Trelawney, I delivered the items that we got in the previous episode, but I never placed them in. So let's check it out. So we have the Arctic Tundra, and we actually have all 3 items. So we're going to get our first little benefit, I guess. So we're going to toggle off some of the other ones. And let's see. So that, and we want that. I'll have to get rid of one of these as well. Let's get rid of the Goblin Shark. Actually, the Abyssal Deaths, we had 3 in it, so maybe it's not the best. It doesn't really matter anyway, for now. So what are we missing? This guy? Nope. Oh, there it is. Sorry, the Arctic Wolf. Boom. So that's going to give us the Arctic Tundra, which is going to give us attractiveness plus 100 and increased visits 5%. So that actually offsets the... Because we did remove like a few items that had 10 more attractiveness, but that overall buff is going to give us... it's going to kind of offset that by actually quite a bit, so that's good. So if I was just to take this out for a second... Yeah, I'm watching that number, this ring up here, the attractiveness, so it does go up quite a lot. I was just making sure it was actually in effect. It is. So we should see the tendency
that's popular than
increasing.
before.
Yep. By 69. Love to see it. She loves it as well. Alright, so that means, yeah, we've actually got one of our first sets. Now we can have a look at it really quickly. I can already see it here. Actually, we'll just go to midday. Yeah, so there we go. So what is that, elk? Oh no, it's caribou. So we have our caribou, we have our musk ox, and then we have our Arctic wolves just perched on their little thing. They could easily jump that, I reckon, and get in here. So much like before, we have them facing off against each other. They're prime targets. Love it. Alright, back to the Arctic. Boom. Uh-oh, sickness. That's okay though, we've got multiple hunting cabins. Or sorry, ranger stations. Rangers lead the way. And it looks like we're doing pretty good, although we're low on sleeping bags. Sleeping bags. So our sleeping bag hut is there. God, the frame rate goes so bad when I look like right over this area in particular. I don't know what's going on with this update, because I never really had frame problems before. Let's upgrade that a little farther. And that one as well. Alright, nice. So, I think with the amount that we're getting delivered in, this should be totally fine. We can check on the sealskin with Fort Worry. So yeah, so sealskin, we're still making twice as much. Duck feathers, or goose feathers rather, not so much. So we'll have to upgrade that. But luckily, we already increased the workforce here, so it's really just a matter of finding somewhere that's heated and placing them down. Like that. I mean, yeah. Guess we could do this and this. And we already had two, so we're gonna need another one, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm gonna test this out, see if this will fit in here. Apparently so. I mean, it looks pretty bad, but it works. It's all connected. It's all one big irregular pen. That's because it all needs to be heated, and it is. But they also need a warehouse. So, don't know. I could just add a warehouse here, and they could probably just come around to it. It's a bit of a journey. They'd have to go down here and up to get to it. I think they can do it just fine, though. Alright, well, either way, that's sorted. They have their feathers. We still have plenty of sealskin, so that's all good. And that should come back and feed into the sleeping bags just fine, really. How are we doing for the build? We're almost done. Is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so, actually. Thinking about it.
This is as forgiving as it gets.
I could deliver more steel. How's the parkas are just at 96%, so let's check on how they're doing for consumption rates as well. Ah, yeah, a little bit low.
I lost all.
So basically that's another use for the sealskin, right? So it's parkas mixed with, yeah, so it's sorry, bear fur mixed with sealskin combined in here. So we've got one of them already. We just add another one there. I'm gonna get rid of the lumberjack hut, or we could just move it somewhere else in future. Actually, yeah, we could move it up here to make use of the heat that's up here. Let's place it. God, there's not much. Oh, it's still not warm.
We're trying.
Right. Obviously, because of the cliff, it's not the best. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting distracted. We're probably just going to ship in wood, like we said before, anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Or there's a gold mine here, so when I put up a heater and a gold there, we'll probably actually just move it there. So this one, for instance, can go right here. I suppose we'll just do this now. We are delivering heat.
Are you kind or blind?
Speaking of Anne Harlow, we actually have a quest to do for her. I forgot about it. Yeah, so let's just jump on that really quickly. So I should have my fastest ship out here. So pick up this thing at Archibald Blake's lighthouse. So we'll just go here, and then I'll tell it to go roughly there. Alright, anyways, that's just... I guess we could actually read that quest. It's been a while since we had a look at one. In the Name of the Father, Part 1. Benjamin Harlow was executed by the former king and wants you to find every relevant record you can at High Clarence Hall and bring it back to her unseen. So we have to do it and navigate around the patrols. The 2 patrols are actually on the far side right now. We have our fastest ship, which will be turning the corner in just a second, actually. Airship hangar is done. Let's see what our next phase is at. Boom. So, the roof.
That structure is staggering. But have faith. My John is a risk taker also.
Okay. The vast dome is nearly finished. Once the canvas roofing is stretched over the skeleton and the technical equipment is installed, the assembly of airships will commence. So we have everything, like I said, already, so that's good. But we do need 500 workers minimum. Or technicians, that is. Is that going to do it? So, oh, actually, sorry, the unlock is 750, but we need 400 to work it. Alright, so let's just get these guys to 750 and then deal with the repercussions after. What are we on now? You can actually see that little bar filling up there. If we just speed up time a little bit, we can see that begin to fill. Guess we'll just get a few extra ones down there. That should be everything we need to get us to 750, especially if we hit these demands. So the Husky Sleds is going to be next as well. So with that, we can now start to build the gold mine.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Actually, we need 750 still. Alright, what about sleds? 750 as well. Okay, starting to see a pattern here. Alright, let's just do it then. I'm always reluctant to go all the way. Alright, there we go. We did it. So let's just queue up that. And then commence. So the deep gold mines here in the Arctic yield more than twice as much gold as the regular ones. Heh. Alright, start the phase. Let's go. Priority workforce. Get loading. So 10 more minutes, I think. And now that the roof is on. And then what is this final phase just called? The hangar itself. Alright, cool. So yeah, so those gold mines are taking 1 gold every 1 minute, and I think the other ones are every 2.5 minutes, so it is quite different.
Is under siege.
Coal is at 250, so there's plenty of coal here already, and we're just getting our first delivery of it right there, and now we are heated. So maybe up here we can build the Husky Sleds now, right? So we're going to need sealskin yet again, combined with the lumberjack's hut, to make the sled frames. Let's tuck this just a little up there. Tuck that up there. Sled frame factory. And these all need to be heated. Yeah. So a Husky farm. And this has modules. I'm actually not too familiar with the module size on these things, so we'll just have to see. Also needs to be heated, so let's just place it there. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. Could look good, because we'll build the other one on the other side. We'll have a look at them a little bit later. So what do we need as well? This is every 2 minutes, and this is every 1 minute. So we need 2 of these, potentially. And we are very low on wood. I think one of the ships actually had some wood on it still, didn't it? I guess not. Oh, it does, yeah. Nice, that'll help a little bit. So you can go back to, I don't know, Old World, pick up some wood and bring it here in case we ever need it again. There. Let's have a look at our little puppers. We can have a little walk around and see them. Aw, look at them. They're so happy. Well, I hope they're happy. They seem happy. Oh, look, there's little baby ones. Little puppies. Oh! Can I get in there? Oh, I don't think so. Ah, look, Mama and Dada teaching the kids what to do. Awesome. Oh, hello.
Over here, I have what everybody dreams of. 7 league boots. And if you gather all the rocks leading to my home, you can have them.
Collect the rocks leading to your home. Ugh. Should we do this? I don't know. Let's just have a quick look around. It's a fairly straight road back into the center of the town, so maybe this would actually be pretty quick. It's actually kind of a nice walk to check out the town. The rocks are just like floating above. Oh, that's so cool. I never noticed that the radiators do that. There it is. Place feels very alive down on the ground here. So this is our little production area. We're just going to get back onto the main road and see if we can find any more. There's 3. I love all the little lights. Hello. That's terrifying. Hey, at least he's wearing a mask. That'd be funny if they updated the game so everyone wore masks. It'd be tragic. So 3 out of 7. I'm sorry, often people say like they spot these things and I don't, so apologies for that. I'm not seeing any. Sometimes they load in when you look for a while. Oh, there's one actually. I think they could just be placed like pretty much anywhere along these streets, you know? You think they'd patch up all those little you know, burst pipes. It's quite a waste. Four out of 7. I might have to call it there. I don't want to just spend the whole episode walking around. Can we do a jump? I can see them way clearer now, actually. There's one right over there. That's a pretty good idea. Let's do that again. Sorry, you guys are probably spotting them. I can't see any others. There's got to be 2 more. Now, we have to go back to the guy anyway, so I'm just going to get back on the road and go back. Some of them might load in. I'm hoping.
A competitor's island withstood an attack.
So cool, you can see the oil lamps. Details. There's another one. Alright, we're only 1 away. And this is our caribou hunting, I guess? Yes, we found it. Alright, we got the last one. Now I need to find the guy. I think he was up by the Huskies, right? So basically just up this way. And I think what this guy is going to give us is like faster running or something. But you know, it's one of the little Easter eggs done.
As good as Hoppo, my
Hey! Alright, faster running.
go.
Yes!
You'll be the fastest alive.
Oh my god, it's actually added motion blur as well. Oh my god, the field of view! We're going so fast! What the hell? This is trippy! Oh my god, it's like to the extreme though, isn't it? This is a bit much. Alright, cool. Alright, well that was kind of fun. Worth it. Alright, so we have... so what was that blueprinted building? I never built a second Parka factory, did I not?
Mission transfers theory to practice.
Oh, because I didn't set up the other things. Alright, well, we'll just go with this still for now. That's only a heat requirement anyway. It's not necessarily a growth requirement. So, Husky Sled. So we have the sled frame factory, which is every minute. This is every 2 minutes. So we just need this, and then that's it. That's 100 technicians. Now, we could just turn off the gold while we're building our thing up. So obviously 400 people are here right now. Alright, that was actually pretty fun. Didn't really waste any time, really, considering that we're waiting. So, while we're waiting for the thing to finish, we could also have a look here at what we need to do, right? So for another bear hunting cabin. Yeah, there is something going on with when I tilt the camera down. Look at that area. I have no idea what it is. Does this need to be heated? I think it does. So let's maybe slam it over here. Yeah, weird. Very weird. Is there a better area for this that would be less bothered? Alright, so that's 2 bear hunting cabins. I don't know what's going on with the frame rate. I really hope this isn't, like I said, a sign of things to come. Because some people have been messaging me saying that, like, I never get lag in Anno, and I've had a bigger population before. I don't think it's a population thing right now. It seems to be when I'm looking at this specific area, almost. But I've had people message me saying that their game has started to run really badly. And some people saying that when they hit investors, they can't play anymore, it, like, crashes. That's obviously massive, like, that's severe. But I've never really had any issues personally. Until just this recent update. So we need another parka factory, which we have right here. Can't upgrade that anymore. Hopefully it can handle it. I'll keep them facing the same way. Oh, they're actually backwards. Okay, so we are still lacking a little bit. Workforce. I shouldn't upgrade anything right now, considering that we are building. Yeah, so I'll just pause this as well. And we're good to go. So let's see how long we've got left.
Fish are careful who they swim with.
1 minute. Speaking of 1 minute, I'm guessing I haven't done this in time, but let's just play around with it. We have 5 minutes 20. And now we need to deliver it back to our clipper. Now, luckily, we are so close by. I think we can do this relatively fast, although we're going against the wind. Again, it's another one of my clutch quests, I suppose. All right, well, while that's happening, the last thing I just want to check on is see, like, you know, what our consumption rates are now. We've obviously done big upgrades. We've got loads of technicians and everything now, so now it's all about, well, how are we sustaining all of this? So we'll just turn on Fort Worry as well. So sleds are actually just about okay. Parkers aren't, but we have one of the buildings turned off, so that's to be expected. Oil lamps is just about 1-to-1. Sleeping bags is good. Caribou or pemmican is actually a bit low, so we'll have to figure that out. The rest should be fine. So yeah, pemmican and caribous. That'll be the last thing then. So, hey, we got the roof done. So this needs to be heated as well. I wonder if we just put it around here. The heat doesn't go all the way in though. It's a shame. These poor logging cabins can't catch a break. Alright, so that's the raw
A new milestone.
caribou, and then that needs to be mixed with whaling in a pemmican cookhouse. Oh, there's actually a lot of heat all the way up here. Alright, cool. I know this is very messy. Like I said, I might go over some things a bit later, but I do find it quite difficult building in the Arctic. Personally, I think I should have just from the beginning been like, look, there's no ornaments, so we'll actually just try to build really efficiently. That probably would have been the best thing to do, instead of trying to make it look nice and then I just end up with a whack build. So, but oh well. Anyways, so we have our thing done. Let's check it out. Final phase.
That's the
Boom.
HANGAR. Oh, how marvelous. Sir John will be the first to congratulate you when we find him.
It's literally just an empty warehouse.
Very well, I suppose I'll have to lend you some.
So we need gas to build our first airship,
Found
but
your prey.
you can't get gas anywhere except for
You
the
shall have a share,
glaciers.
just
But to
like
get you started, Old Nate will give us some, so... He's put it on a random island, though, for some reason, but okay. Why has he done that?
I can't stop gashing out here.
Why has he done that?
Gotta keep chattering.
80? We can't even hold 80. Oh my god, some of it's gone in the ocean.
Sail.
I'll just race here with both the ships right now because I'm a bit worried. Also, do we ever pick up any more signals? We've got a signal. Let's go. Might as well just speed this up as well while we track it down. Maybe right on the other side. I'm just waiting on the radar as well for one of our ships to get over towards that gas. Alright, there we go. See what we get. Absolutely nothing. Legendary items, my ass. Okay. There's more stuff out this way. Guess we could clear up this fog, actually. Let me pick it up. Alright, we got it. At least we didn't waste it. Gas is pretty valuable. You need 40, so having 75 would be kind of useless because we'd need that other 5 to actually build anything. Alright, so there we go. Let's just bring that back right now.
Begin the turn.
It would be nice to get one airship done, right, for this video? Yeah, it'd be nice if we could do that. We have the hangar built. I don't know how long it takes to actually... Oh, it takes 15 minutes. We'll have to do it in the next episode, though. But it's still pretty good. I mean, we got the monument done. It just means that to actually get going on building one of these. So, a trading vessel that flies, especially suitable for long-distance trades, has fewer cargo slots but can travel much faster. Even better, no technology exists that can shoot them down yet. Which is extremely impressive, I guess. So, let's see. Influence is 0, so that means we can afford it. That's good. We have everything else. We have the steam motors, the wood, and the sails. So, at the beginning of the next episode, I guess what we'll be doing is building one of these and venturing out towards one of the actual glaciers. Another thing we can check now that we can build airships, I'm guessing, is... Oh, we still need to actually make our first one before we can check out his workshop. Alright, well, let's just deliver this stuff. And I'll keep an eye on the statistics in between episodes and see if there's a way I can kind of think about cleaning this area up as well, just make it a bit more efficient. I'm not too unhappy with it, but it could be a bit better, right? And another thing I want to do is get this second one built here, actually. Let's put down really quickly just a heater just nearby and a warehouse. I'll just hook all that up. There we go. So that should allow us to get started on... Well, we already have the route bringing back gold ore to Lusk, but we haven't actually used any yet. We'll have to build a goldsmith or something. Okay, so that is the gas dropped off. Let's, boom, build our first one. It's going to take 15 minutes. Last thing we're going to do then is just check something in the old world. Just really want to quickly check back down here on Lusk. Don't know if we've actually delivered any gold ore, but we could check raw materials. We haven't yet. Now, we did run the gold mine for a little while. We have here...
The finishing touches.
We're missing pearls.
Right. There.
We don't have any jewelry here, but I think we've got far too much here. Yeah, 123, so that's fine. So let's check our households now as well. So we brought these up to 60, so that's pretty cool. We've got now nearly 6,000 investors. Nice. So yeah, again, if I could swap that item out with the one that gives us 30%, that'd be awesome. And I think it gives you even more bonus residents. And again, we could do something like that down on this one. Get even more people out of this place. That would give us almost as much coverage as we can of our investors in terms of the overlapping circles.
We can move on.
Right, I think that's pretty much it then. So, next episode we're going to build the actual, hopefully build our airships and set flight. Get set up on a glacier, harvest gas, and start setting up a route to bring it back. And then we'll kind of be... Well, actually, you know what? We'll also have the... Yeah, we'll have to go find her husband. I was going to say we'd be done with the Arctic. We wouldn't be done fully. We'll be done with everything we could kind of build within the Arctic itself. Obviously, we want to build a few of those airships, get trade routes up and running to the Arctic with them. And I think that'll be pretty much it. Then we'll go back and focus on Embessa. And we can also focus a bit more on the palace as well. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support this series directly, you can click the join button to become a channel member. Doing so will get your name in the credits, as well as loyalty badges and emotes to use in the comments. If you don't see the join button, it means the video has been copyright claimed, but you can still join from the channel page on desktop. You can also link your account to our Discord to get a special role on there that will give you access to the Senate House and a few other perks.